the famous American suffragist who fought for women's rights. Hidden among millions of ordinary coins lies a small number of rare error varieties and high-grade examples that collectors are willing to pay life-changing sums of money for. Some have already sold for over $15,000, $25,000, and even approaching six-figure territory at major auctions. So don't blink, because in this video, we're diving deep into the world of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar, exploring its fascinating history, rare mint errors, collector demand, and jaw-dropping value that could make your coin collection shine brighter than silver itself. Imagine opening an old drawer, spotting a silver-colored coin that looks like a quarter. But as you bring it closer, you notice the face of a woman you don't recognize. Not Washington, not Lincoln, it's Susan B. Anthony. Stay tuned till the end, because the difference between a $1 coin and a $100,000 treasure could come down to one tiny minting detail you'll learn right here. The birth of the Susan B. Anthony dollar. Before the Susan B. Anthony dollar appeared in 1979, Americans hadn't seen a circulating dollar coin since the large and heavy Eisenhower dollars, 1971 to 1978. The U.S. Mint wanted a smaller, more convenient dollar to encourage everyday use, something that could replace the paper $1 bill and fit easily in vending machines, parking meters, and wallets. So, in 1979, the Mint introduced a bold new design featuring Susan B. Anthony, a pioneer of women's rights and the first real woman ever depicted on U.S. circulating coinage. The coin's obverse front showed Susan B. Anthony's portrait, designed by Frank Gasparo, while the reverse back featured the Apollo 11 moon landing design. An eagle landing on the moon with Earth in the background, borrowed from the Eisenhower dollar. However, the coin faced a big problem. It was almost the same size and color as a quarter. People constantly confused it with 25-cent pieces, leading to frustration and rejection. Because of this, the Susan B. Anthony dollar was minted for only 3 years, 1979, 1980, and 1981, and briefly again in 1999. That short production run means fewer coins, and among them, rare errors and high-grade pieces that can be worth small fortunes today. The 1979 D mint mark, Denver's role. The D mint mark on your 1979 dollar indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint. Denver was one of 3 locations minting this coin, along with Philadelphia and San Francisco. Over 288 million coins were produced at Denver, a massive number, but here's the twist. Only a tiny handful of them contain rare striking errors, high-quality mint states, or unique varieties that send collectors racing to bid thousands of dollars. Rare and valuable varieties of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar, the wide rim near date variety. While this error is primarily associated with the Philadelphia issue, a few Denver pieces show transitional rim differences, where the rim appears thicker and the date is closer to the edge. These are rare transitional strikes, possibly from test dies or misaligned hubs. Value, $1,000 to $5,000, depending on clarity and grade. Off-center strike error. If your 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar shows the design shifted off-center, where part of the lettering, or Susan B. Anthony's face, is cut off, you could have a valuable mint error. Minor 5 to 10% off-centers can bring $200 to $400. Major 40 to 60% off-centers, with clear features visible, can fetch to $1,000 to $4,000 at auction. Double die obverse DDO. Light doubling may be worth $100 to $300. Strong visible doubling can exceed $1,500 to $3,000, and perfect gem grade examples could reach $10,000 plus. Clipped planchette error. When a blank planchette coin blank is improperly cut from a metal sheet, a crescent-shaped portion may be missing, known as a clipped planchette. Common clips, $50 to $200. Rare deep clips or multiple clips, $500 to $1,000 plus. Transitional metal errors. Although most 1979 coins were copper-nickel clad, a few were accidentally struck on plankets meant for other denominations, such as silver plankets from the 1976 bicentennial or SBA test strikes. These are extremely rare wrong planchette errors. One verified example sold for over $25,000. Proof-like and deep mirror surfaces. A handful of 1979 business strikes display proof-like place or deep mirror proof-like DMPL qualities, meaning they were struck with polished dies, producing mirror-like fields. These are visually stunning coins prized by collectors. Value, $1,000 to $10,000, depending on luster and strike. How to identify rare 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars. Let's talk about what to look for in your own coins. Step-by-step identification guide. Check the mint mark. Look for a bold D on the right side of Susan B. Anthony's neck. That means Denver Mint. Inspect the rim and date. If the rim looks thicker and the date sits closer to the edge, you may have a rare near-date variety. Examine for doubling. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to check Liberty, and In God We Trust. Look for clearly doubled letters. Observe strike quality. Deep, sharp details and mirrored surfaces suggest a proof-like or high-grade strike. Look for off-center designs. If the outer rim appears uneven or cut off, you may have a valuable misstrike. Weigh the coin. Normal weight, about 8.1 grams. If significantly heavier or lighter, it might be a wrong planchette error. Much is a 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar worth? Uncirculated MS60 MS6 $35 to $30, MS64 MS65 $40 to $150, MS66 $300 to $1,000. MS67 to $1,000 to $4,500, double die obverse $1,000 to $10,000 plus. Major off-center to $1,000 to $4,000, wrong planchette error $10,000 to $25,000 plus, proof like EDMPL surfaces $1,000 to $10,000. Top auction record $15,000 to $175 Heritage Auctions, MS67, 2023. Some experts predict that a flawless MS68 or transitional planchette discovery could cross $100,000 or more, making it one of the most valuable modern U.S. coins ever minted. History of the 1979D mint errors. During 1979, the Denver Mint's presses ran continuously to meet demand for the new dollar coin. In the rush, several die alignment, hub doubling, and planchette feeding issues occurred because the coin was new. Workers weren't yet familiar with the smaller blank size, leading to a few strikes on wrong metal plankets, off-center errors, and double dies slipping through. The Mint quickly corrected most issues, but not before a handful of these mistakes made it into circulation. Those survivors are now the holy grails of modern dollar collectors. Why the 1979D Susan B. Anthony dollar is historically important. First U.S. coin to feature a real woman. This coin honored the legacy of Susan B. Anthony, who dedicated her life to equal rights for women and voting equality, for a small U.S. dollar coin. It set the stage for later modern dollar coins like the Sacagawea and Presidential Dollar Series, a bold experiment in currency design. It proved that even small design changes could influence public perception. The quarter confusion led to its downfall, but also to its collectible status today. Collector tips: how to protect and profit from your coin. If you believe you own a rare 1979D Susan B. Anthony dollar, don't clean it. Cleaning destroys surface luster and can reduce value by 90%. Use a magnifier. A 10x jeweler's loop or macro lens will reveal doubling or die varieties. Store properly. Use an airtight coin capsule or to buy two holder. Keep it in a dry, dark, cool place to prevent toning. Get it graded. Send it to PCGS, NGC, or ANACS for authentication and certification. Real auction highlights. Here are a few verified sales proving just how valuable these coins can be. 1979 DSBA dollar. MS67 PCGS, sold for $15,000 to $175 Heritage Auctions, 2023. 1979D wrong planchette error, struck on a silver planchette, realized $20,000 to $1,800. 1979D double die obverse, MS66, sold for $4,000 to $100, proof like 1979D. MS67 place, estimated value over $10,000. Why collectors love it. The 1979D Susan B. Anthony dollar may not be made of silver, but it represents a turning point in American coinage history, a symbol of progress, equality, and innovation. Collectors admire its bold design, its short-lived mintage, and the thrill of finding rare errors that turn a simple $1 coin into a 4, 5, or even six-figure prize. It's also one of the most affordable entry points for new collectors, meaning you can still find examples in circulation, giving every coin hunter hope the treasure is just a pocket away. Final thoughts. Could your 1979D dollar be worth a fortune? Think about this. Every day, people spend or ignore Susan B. Anthony dollars, unaware that they might be holding a hidden gem worth thousands of dollars. If you have one, take a close look. Check the mint mark, examine for doubling, look for mirror-like luster, and weigh it for planchette errors. Because the next record-breaking coin could be sitting right there in your change jar, waiting to make history. The 1979D Susan B. Anthony dollar reminds us that sometimes, even the smallest coin can hold massive value and historical power. So, coin lovers, before you spend that shiny dollar, take a good look at it. The 1979D Susan B. Anthony dollar might look ordinary, but it could be your ticket to a small fortune. From mint errors to flawless strikes, this coin has stunned collectors with prices reaching tens of thousands of dollars, and it's only getting more popular.